The class of the Big Ten when it comes to recruiting, absolutely Ohio State. Amy, how is this recruiting class looking this year?
Well, the Buckeyes are off to a great start. They have the #1 class in the country, 4 5-stars committed. 3 of those guys are #1 at their position in the country, and they've been working to get that #1 spot for a while. Alabama's had it for the last 10 years or so. Ohio State's been second a couple of times in Urban Meyer's tenure. This could be the year. They've got a firm grasp on #1 right now, and Alabama's sitting way down in the 20s. So things could get interesting there. Ohio State could end up with that top class when it's said and done.
Very interesting. Let's talk about some of their commits for 2018. Who do you have?
A lot for Ohio State fans to be excited about. There are a lot of 5-stars to talk about in this class, but the top commit overall, defensive tackle TARON VINCENT out of IMG Academy in Florida. He's the top defensive tackle in the country and nationally the #13 prospect overall. So basically another stud DL for the Buckeyes. He's 6'2", 285, and just powerful. He dominates the guy on the other side of him. And Vincent's got some good genes. He's the son of 5-time NFL Pro Bowl corner Troy Vincent. He should be a star in that Buckeyes defensive front. And not only does Ohio State have the top defensive tackle, they've also got the top tight end in the nation in Jeremy RUCKERT out of Lindenhurst, New York. He's the only 5-star tight end in this class and #22 overall. 6'5", 238, super long and rangy. Certainly will be a mismatch problem for defenses. He runs very crisp and clean routes, incredibly aggressive getting after the ball, and has the speed to blow by defenders. I think he's going to be a really fun one to watch in Columbus.
Yeah, out there on Long Island, Strong Island as it's known. How about some targets for the Buckeyes?
A lot of drama on the recruiting trail for Ohio State. They want to add another top prospect at his position, and it's looking pretty good with #1 offensive tackle Jackson Carman. Carman is an in-state guy, and Urban Meyer does not lose on many of those guys. His recruitment has been pretty interesting. He's scheduled his 5 official visits, took the Ohio State one, ended up canceling the Wisconsin one, ended up canceling the FSU one. So he's scheduled to visit Clemson and USC, but we'll see if he actually shows up to those places. Ohio State feels really good about this guy, and they need him. Urban Meyer's been talking about the lack of OL depth this season, and Carman is a star at the position of need. And I know we're talking targets, but I'm going to change it up a little bit here.
Okay.
We're going to talk about QB Emory Jones, who is committed to Ohio State, but he could be the biggest recruiting drama in the country right now. This is why we love this stuff. He's from Georgia, and though a Buckeyes verbal, he's been at Auburn and Alabama nearly every weekend this season, it seems. The Ohio State staff wants him in this class, but they have little idea of what he's actually thinking. He already took his official visit to Columbus, and he doesn't have any plans to return. He's been saying he'll sign in December. Ohio State wants him to do that, so at least they know if they need to go after another quarterback. But Maggie, if he takes this till February, the Buckeyes could get jilted at the altar in the quarterback department.
Yeah, what kind of dominoes could fall after Jones makes his decision?
Well, this is what's interesting with recruiting, and we call it the quarterback dominoes, right? So Ohio State has offered a couple other quarterback prospects, but they wouldn't necessarily take those commitments today because they're waiting to see what Jones does. So not only is Auburn waiting on Jones, Alabama's waiting on Jones, Ohio State wants him. And these other quarterbacks out there that have been offered by the Buckeyes are waiting to see what they're going to do, and possibly the schools that would pursue them are waiting to see what these guys are going to do. So the range is far-reaching for Jones's decision, and if he takes this till February, there's going to be a lot of interesting things going on. So they're hoping that he signs in December.
Well, we knew that JT Barrett was going to graduate eventually, and he is now. Amy Campbell, thank you.
Thanks, Maggie.